I want to speak to you about something that I found in the introduction to Isaiah. Do you ever read the introduction in the Bibles? Well, in this introduction, I just want to read this to you. This was amazing for me. In Isaiah, he says these words. Okay, it's in the Message, so it's a little bit different to the other Bibles. He uses, as this vast panorama opens up before us, it turns out that nothing is unusable by God. He uses everything and everybody as material for his work, which is the remaking of the mess we have made of our lives. Wow. Well, I'm thinking about somebody in the Old Testament, like Joseph. Joseph, long story short, he had dreams. His brothers hated him. But then to top it all, he had dreams where he dreamt that his brothers would bow down before him, and they hated him for that. So much so that they wanted to kill him. But they sold him. They sold him to the Ishmaelites, and the Ishmaelites sold him to Egypt. And there he started working for Pharaoh's officer, and his wife tried to seduce him, and when he didn't fall for her, she said he tried to rape me, and he was thrown into jail. Long story short again, after 2 years, he had helped somebody with dreams, and the Pharaoh heard about him and said, but come, I had these dreams. And then he was made the leader of Egypt. He was the one that had to sort out everything for this drought that was coming. So he was made this leader. And then the drought happened. So much so that his brothers had to come and buy food. At the end of the story, they had to move there because they were dying where they were. And when his father died, his brothers were terrified. Now our brother is going to kill us. And then Joseph said these wonderful words, and he said to them, you meant it for bad, but God turned it into good. And this is what I want to show you. That sometimes things happen in our lives that we don't understand. Why? Why, Lord? What? I didn't do anything wrong. Why did this thing happen to me? Well, I can just share my life with you. I was 13 years old when I was molested. But I was 5 years old when I gave my life to the Lord. But 13 years old when I was molested. Wasn't my fault. Wasn't my fault. But God turned it into good. Because now I can speak to molested little girls. And I know how they feel. So God uses it. It wasn't His will. But remember, we are in a broken world. And we are not of this world. We are in this world, We are in this world, but we're not of this world. And so God uses these negative things also to make us strong. I was raped at knife point. I know what it is to bleed. I know what it is to have pain when you have sex. I know all these things. But you know what? God uses this so that I can help those women that are going through that pain. So that I can pray explicitly and with wisdom and knowledge and empathy because I've been through it myself. I know what it is to be childless. I know what it is. And therefore I can sympathize with women and men who cannot have children, because I know what it is. I know what it is to go through divorce. Therefore, I can help others who are going through that. Remember, God uses everything in our lives if we allow Him. God bless you. Amen.